Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to learn about the logarithmic expressions. Alright, so we learned in the previous lesson, we know the exponential form should be b raised to the a equal to c. Log b of c equal to a. Now we can convert from the exponential form to the logarithmic form. We can convert from the logarithmic form to the exponential form. Now first, we're going to convert from the exponential form to logarithmic form. So we have b to the a equal to c. Now, I look at this one right here, I see that the base is b, right? So I'm going to take log base b both sides. Alright, so the left hand side turns out to be log base b of b raised to the a. I bring a to the front. So it could be a log base b of b equals log base b of c. Alright, so this guy log base b of b equal to 1. So I have a equals log base b of c, which is the one right here. Now, let's convert from the logarithmic form to the exponential form. So, it's very simple. It's going to be b raised to the a equal to c. So, I have b raised to the a equal to c. Alright. Now, let's take a look at example number 1. We need to convert the equations from the exponential form to the logarithmic form. For example, if we have 3 square equals 9. Alright, so I look at this one right here, I see the base 3. So I'm going to take log base 3 both sides. So log base 3 of 3 square equals log base 3 of 9. Now, 2 bring to the front. So it's going to be 2 log base 3 of 3 equals log base 3 of 9. Alright, so log base 3 of 3 equal to 1. So the left hand side should be 2 equals log base 3 of 9. Done. Alright, let's take a look at the next example. For example, if I have 10 to the s equal to y. Alright. Now I'm look at this one, I see the base 10, right? So I'm gonna take log base 10 both sides. So I have log base 10 of 10 to the s equals log base 10 of y, right? Now s right here, I just bring to the front. So I have s log base 10 of 10 equals log base 10 of y. Alright, so this guy right here equal to 1. So the left hand side should be s, the right hand side should be, now we know that log base 10 is the same thing as log, like this. This guy right here, I just write log y, like this. Alright. Now let's take a look at the next example. For example, if I have r raised to the t equal to w. So I look at the guys right here, the base r. So I'm gonna take the log base r both sides. So I have log base r of r raised to the t equals log base r of w. Alright, now this guy right here, t, I just bring to the front. So it's gonna be t log base r of r equals log base r of w. Alright, So this guy right here, R and R, the same thing, right? This guy equal to 1. So the left hand side should be T equal log base R of W. Now let's see the next one. So suppose we have Y equals E to the 3S, right? Now we need to convert this one into the logarithmic expression. So it's gonna be, I look at this one right here, right? I see that this is E, right? So I'm gonna take log base E both sides. So I have log base E of Y equals log base E of E to the 3S, right? Now I learned that log base E is the same thing as ln. So I put this one as ln y equals 3s I bring to the front. It's going to be 3s log base E of E. Right, log base E of E equal to 1. So I'm going to end up with natural log of y equals 3s. Now let's move on to example number 2. Convert the equation from the logarithmic forms to the exponential forms. Right? So for example, if we have log base 7 s equal to 2. Alright, so we just draw the arrow like this. Alright, so we have s equals 7 power 2, and it's gonna be 49. Alright, let's take a look at the next one. For example, if I have s equals log base 3 of y. Alright, so basically I just rewrite this one as log base 3 of y equals s. Alright, and I draw the arrow like this, and then I'm gonna have y equals 3 to the s. Now let's move on to the next one. For example, if I have log y equals 2. Alright, so we learned that if we only see log like this, which means log base 10. Alright, so I just rewrite this one as log base 10 of y equals 2. Alright, this one is the same thing as rewrite y over here. Now this guy, draw the arrow. So equals 10 power of 2. It's going to be 100. Now let's move on to the next one. For example, if I have ln c equals 4. Alright, so we learned that ln, which means log base e. So we just rewrite this one as log base e of c equals 4. Alright, so c equals, now draw an arrow, so it could be e to the 4. Now let's move on to the next example. Now without a calculator, we can evaluate the following logarithmic expression. So for example, we have log base 2 of 8 equals how much, right? So basically, we just rewrite log base 2, right? Now, we look at this one, we see this is 2, so we just write 2 over here. Now, we look at this one 8, so 8, which means 2 power of 3, right? So it's going to be, we just bring 3 to the front. So it could be 3 log base 2 of 2. Alright, log base 2 of 2 right here equal to 1. So it could be 3 times 1 equals 3. Alright, the next one. Suppose we have log base 5 of 25. Alright, so we just rewrite this one log base 5 right here. And we see that this is 5, we just write 5 over here. And then we see 25 right here, which means 5 power of 2. Right? So we just bring 2 to the front. Right? So it could be 2 log base 5 of 5. And then base 5 of 5 is going to be 1. So it's going to be 2 times 1. It's going to be 2. Now, next one. For example, if we have log base 2 of 32. Alright, so we just rewrite this one log base 2. Now we look at this one. We see the base 2 right here. So we need to write 2 over here. Alright, now 32, which means 2 power of 5. Alright, so we bring 5 to the front. So it's going to be 5 log base 2 of 2. Alright, log base 2 of 2, which means 1. So we have 5 times 1, which means 5. Now next one, suppose we have log 100. Alright, so we learned that if we only see log, which means this is log base 10. So we just write this one as log base 10, right, of 100. Now we rewrite log base 10 right here, and we see this is 10, right? We put 10 right here. Alright, so we see that this is 100, which means 10 power of 2. Now we bring 2 to the front, so it's going to be 2 log base 10 of 10. Alright, log base 10 of 10 equal to 1. So we have 2 times 1, which means 2. Now let's move on to the next one. For example, if we have log base 16 of 4. Alright, so we're going to rewrite this one as, we see that's 4 right here and this 16 right here. We just write log base 4 square of 4 right here. Alright, so we see 2 power 2 right here. When we bring to the front, it turns out to be 1/2, right? Reciprocal of 2, and log base 4 of 4. Alright, so log base 4 of 4, which means 1. So we have 1/2 times 1 equals 1/2. Now, log base 3 of 1. Equals, alright, so we rewrite this one log base 3. Right, now we look at this one, we see 3 right here, we put 3 right here. So we see that 3 power of 1 equal to 1, 3 power of 0, right? So we put 1s, right? So we replace 1 with 3 power of 0. Now we bring 0 to the front, right? So we have 0 times log base 3 of 3, right? Log base 3 of 3 equal to 1. So we have 0 times 1 equals 0. Now, log 10. Alright, so this one is the same thing as log base 10 of 10. Right? Now, log base 10 of 10, this guy, the same thing, so it's going to be equal to 1. Log base set of 1 over 36. This one is the same thing as log base set of 1 over 6 square, right? So I can rewrite this one as log base set of 6 to the negative 2, right? So I just bring negative 2 to the front. So it's going to be negative 2 times log base set of 6. Alright, log base set of 6 is going to be 1. So the answer must be negative 2. So for some reason, we cannot calculate the logarithmic expressions by hand. We would have to use the calculator. So for example, we need to calculate log 9. Alright, so we're going to bring up the calculator. So we hit Control log right here. So because it's log 9, which means log base 10 of 9. Alright, so we hit enter. They're going to give you the answer like this. So they're going to give you exact form. Alright, so if you want to convert this one into the decimal, we just hit menu and then number convert it to decimal, and we hit enter. So the answer should be 0.942, right? If we use the TI-84 plus CE calculator, it's simpler. So we just hit log 9, close it, and the answer should be 0.9542. Alright. Now, for example, we need to calculate log 6125. Alright, so we bring up the calculator, we hit control lock right here, and because we don't see the base, which means base 10, 6125, right? We hit enter, and the calculator gives you the exact form. So we need to convert it to decimal. We just hit menu, number, convert it to decimal, hit enter. The answer must be 3.7871, right? If we use the TI-84 plus CE, we just hit log 6125 like this, and we get the answer. Very simple. Now let's take a look at the next example. For example, we need to calculate log base 2 of 10. Alright, so we hit control log base 2 of 10 and enter, and then hit menu, number, convert to decimal, hit enter. The answer is 3.3219. Alright, let's move on to the next concept. And this is the population of English Americans in the United States in 1620 to 1820. Alright. The left hand side is the graph with the normal scale on the vertical axis. The right hand side is the graph that uses the logarithmic scale, which means base 10 for the vertical axis. Now, based on this graph, we see that 200, which means 1820. So the population is going to be around this value right here. Alright, so now given the population of the English Americans in the United States in 1840, it's gonna be 17,069,453. 1860, it's gonna be 31,443,321, and 1880 is gonna be 50,189,209. Alright. Now we need to calculate the log of this value, so we have log of the population right here equals, right? So we bring up the calculator, we just hit control log, right, base 10, right? If we don't see anything, which means base 10, and we hit 17 million, and we hit enter, right? Hit menu, number, convert to decimal, hit enter. The answer is 7.23222. Alright. Alright, if we do the right thing, the answer right here must be 7.4975. And this one must be 7.7006. Now let's move on to the last one. So we need to be familiar with the graph with a logarithmically scaled vertical axis, right? So this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So the x-axis should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is normal scale. The y-axis should be logarithmic scales. Alright, so this is 10 power of 1. This is 10 power of 2. This is 10 power of 3, which means 1000, right? Now 10 power of 1. So from 1 to 10 power of 1, we just divide this one into 10 portions, right? So this will be 1, this should be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 right here. Now from 10 to 100, this is 10, this guy should be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. This is 100 and go to 1000, and then this is 100 and this is 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900, and 1000. Alright, now let's plot the following points on the same coordinate plane. Right, so for example, we need to plot the point A. It's going to be 120. Alright, so 1 right here and 20 should be this guy right here. So this is point A. Now let's move on to the next one. For example, point B is going to be 2, 300. Alright, 2 and 300. This is 100, this is 200, and this is 300 right here. Right, so this is point B. Now let's see point C is going to be 3, 2. X equal 3, y equal 2, so it could be right here. This is point C. Now let's point D is going to be 4, 15. Alright, 4 right here, and 15, this is 10, right? This is 20. So 15 should be in the middle right here. So this is point D. Now let's see point E. Point E is going to be 5, 350. Alright, so x equal 5, y equal 350. So this is 100. This is 200. This is 300. And this is 400. So 350 should be right here. So this is point E. And it's good time to stop. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that if you failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in